Kia ora. Well, we're going to start off the forecast with a bit of a step back and see the broader picture, what's driving our weather over the next few days. You can see on the satellite picture there's a large area of cloud to the north of New Zealand. That's Cyclone Tam, and as that gets closer towards us, it'll be bringing heavy rainfall, strong winds and also some large seas, particularly across these northern parts of the country. As we head in towards this afternoon, we'll already find those winds increasing, that rain already stretching across Northland and Auckland. Some really windy conditions in store for us over those northern parts of the country as we head through Wednesday afternoon and through into Thursday. But you can see that rain also reaching on towards the eastern side of the Northland. Well, if you're looking for drier, clearer, much more settled weather, Invercargill, that's your place to be this afternoon. Most of the activity, though, will be up north. As we head through the night time, Tam moves closer towards us, bringing those increasingly strong winds across parts of Northland and Auckland. We have some heavy rain and some heavy rainfall as well. We've got heavy rain warnings and strong wind warnings in place across those northern parts of the country. We'll also find that rain reaching down towards Waikato and the Coromandel by the end of the night. Again, the South Island, the place to be for much more settled weather. Most of the activity up north as we head through Wednesday and Thursday. More of the same. The system runs closer towards us. Those winds still very strong from that northeasterly direction, perhaps reaching severe gale force in the most exposed parts of Northland and Auckland, and even up in towards the Coromandel, a windy story through there. Those northerly winds will also drive that rainfall on towards those northern parts of the North Island, and also keep a fair covering of cloud across, well, pretty much the rest of the country as well. But it is an unsettled story, heavy rainfall, strong winds, and like I say, those winds helping to generate some large swells around those northern coasts as well. With that in mind, there are some heavy rain warnings and also these strong wind warnings already in place for Northland to Auckland from as early as 3 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon through in towards Thursday. Thursday, windy story as well for places like Waikato, Waitomo, Taranaki and down towards Bulla. We'll find the winds increasing for you as we head towards the second half of the day on Thursday. But also a wet story. This system bringing heavy rainfall through as well, particularly for places like Northland and the Coromandel, catching that rain as a continuous feed of wet weather feeding in those northerly winds. But even up towards Auckland, a heavy rain watch for you as well as we head through the end of the day today on Wednesday and through towards Thursday. For Thursday, we're also watching out for some thunderstorms up across those northern parts of Northland. So there's plenty of weather happening up across those northern parts of the country, and it does take its time to clear through as well. The story for the North Island, well, it's a pretty dire looking picture across the pattern as we go through there. Heavy rainfall feeding in from the north, particularly across those northern and eastern facing coasts of Northland and Auckland, particularly for Coromandel. The Coromandel will be one of those areas which catches the heaviest rainfall over the next few days or so. Could be as much as 250 millimetres of rain through there over the most exposed areas, and accompanied by those strong gusty northerly winds as well, perhaps reaching gale or even severe gale in the most exposed areas. So it will be a windy and wet story. Places like Auckland, not a great looking day to be out and about. Even down towards Wellington, we'll keep hold of a fair covering of cloud and some showers, particularly by the end of the day, and some stronger winds through there. Perhaps the drier spots, places like Palmerston North, but even here we'll keep hold of a fair covering of cloud. It's the main activity up north, so definitely worth keeping up to date with those severe weather warnings and watches. The other thing that this system is bringing towards us is incredibly warm air. You can see the temperatures here as we go through the daytime on Thursday. All right, it's cloudy and wet and windy, but it's warm, highs of 21 degrees Celsius and lows of 17 in Auckland. But that's probably the least of our concern. But really with those windy conditions, it's well worth taking extra care and extra caution through the daytime on Thursday. Well, for the South Island, generally it's a much quieter story. There's a lot more weather up on the North Island as we head through the daytime. We'll find there's more cloud on this eastern coast, thick enough to bring some patchy drizzle through parts of Canterbury. More likely though up in towards the ranges of Kaikoura as that low cloud feeds through there. Perhaps some brighter weather through parts of Bulla. But even here I think we're going to keep an eye on those winds increasing through the daytime on Thursday. And you can see down the far south, generally the drier part of the country down through Southland. And again, that warm air does reach you as well, highs of 15, 16 through parts of Southland and Otago. And I think we'll find that warm air up across these northern areas, particularly through the night time as well. 13s or so for the minimum temperatures in Blenheim. As we head through Friday, you can see this system stays put. That swirl of cloud and wind stays out over the Tasman Sea, but that still directs these northerly winds across New Zealand. So for places like the Tasman region, particularly those areas north and west of Motueka, the Bay of Plenty, and again up in towards Northland, these areas act like funnels with that rainfall still feeding through. A fairly cloudy, moist kind of feel as we head through Friday. And even for Saturday, although the system does start to weaken, it continues to feed those northerly winds in. So for those areas out towards the northwestern parts of the Tasman region, the Bay of Plenty, perhaps even Taupo, catching hold more of that wet weather as we head through in towards the long weekend as well. It's not the more settled weather we'd like to see for the Easter weekend, but it is, I think, going to be a very much a windy and wet one, especially the next few days. So do take extra care, extra caution, and do keep an eye on the forecast over at metservice.com. Thanks for watching.